Let's have an introductory look at bullying. Now, when we look at defining bullying and its psychological significance, we first want to think about bullying as an ongoing, deliberate misuse, an imbalance of power. This could be through repeated, persistent verbal, physical, and social behaviour that intends to cause physical, social, or psychological harm. Now, why is bullying a significant risk factor for well-being? Well, the prolonged exposure may lead to the development of psychiatric disorders. Now, it's important to remember that bullying is actually harassment when it's related to age, disability, gender, sexual orientation, race, religion, pregnancy, and this is unlawful. What does bullying mean to you? Have you been a bystander or experienced bullying? The manifestations of bullying could be rumours, gossip, harassment and threats, abuse, intimidation, unauthorised posts and pictures, inappropriate social media messages. You could be excluded from workplace meetings or training courses, have a workload that is different from everyone else's, be excluded from teams, social events, and your professional reputation will be generally damaged. It can also be known as mobbing, relational bullying, online bullying, and traditional bullying. Looked at 4 pieces of global research into childhood bullying, adult bullying, student bullying, and workplace bullying. For childhood bullying, they found that low level of coping and self-esteem, a higher emotional sensitivity, could lead to anger and fear. And when they looked at adolescent bullying and student bullying, they found that psychological ill effects did affect the adolescents more than adult students. In workplace bullying, was an interesting study with police officers. Now, they found that through their relationships and how their workplace was set up, that it was a positive environment. And because of this positive psychological environment, there was less conflict and bullying. There wasn't the power imbalance. So problems were dealt with quickly and they had more productivity and people were happier at work. And if there were problems, they were dealt with and there were organisational structure to deal with those problems. In Italy, they looked at bullying and emotional intelligence and how this related to each other. And they found that in an organisation that was a mixed focus, where they had workers that were on a shop floor and also office workers, and they found that employees that had a higher level of emotional intelligence were more effective with dealing with issues, and organisations that promoted that emotional intelligence, being able to understand emotions in yourself and others. When organisations promoted this, the organisations were more successful. Their colleagues were happy at work and able to deal with any issues that came in the workplace and at home. So when we look at this research, we need to look at whether there is a reverse relationship in emotional intelligence. Is it people that have emotional intelligence then are better at work and promote that organisational focus? So when we are looking at bullying and looking at those behavioural signposts and stressors, what we need to look for in adults is those mood changes, irritability, social isolation, sleep problems, self-harm, anxiety, depression, binge eating, post-traumatic stress symptoms or suicidal thoughts. And that might be manifested in impaired functioning, reduced productivity, and absenteeism. If you're a carer and looking after children, you might want to look out for aggressive or unreasonable mood changes. Academic work may suffer. There may be withdrawal from friends and general activities. There might be physical manifestations, so abdominal pain, headaches. There may be nervous texts, instant messages arriving, and nervousness through that. Feeling troubled by being online, spending more time or less time online. So where to go for help? If you're a carer, there are children's helpline and a bullying helpline. If there's a crime involved, it is important to contact the police. And then there's a website you can look at for information. Beyond Blue and Headspace will help with mental health issues, including bullying. And the Australian Psychological Society has lots of helpful information on what to do in a bullying situation or any of those manifestations thereof. So the important thing is, let's not ignore bullying.